direct from Mexico City.
Time winding down. Franz Wagner from
It's the first home in-season tournament game.
the Magic have won 9 straight. 38 points for Banchero. And the Magic pull off the mile-high miracle. Swatted by Isaac. Down by Carter. Nice lob. Here's Franz Wagner. He'll drive.
Oh my God, I just got so excited watching that. I'm so pumped for the upcoming season. But first, we have to get through this draft. So welcome to the 2024 NBA Orlando Magic watch party. I'm Kendra Douglas. That's Dante. Dante, how are you?
It's good to see you, Kendra. This is awesome. So you got to wait till the draft to return my phone calls? This is awesome. You said, just so everybody knows, when we had our last game, she said, I'll see you guys in October. And you weren't kidding. You weren't kidding. But good to see you. It's good to be doing this.
I know. I'm so pumped. It's like as soon as the season ended, we all just went into hiding. And so, yes, we did just like come back up. But we came back up for a great reason because we get to enjoy this draft with you guys. Now, we know that the 11th pick just came in for the Chicago Bulls. So we are getting so close to coming down to the 18th pick for the Orlando Magic. And you guys are already in the chat right now talking, and we want to hear from you. Let's go Magic. Yes, let's go Magic. We are so excited for this upcoming season. And Dante, we are not done because why? We have some, autograph things, right?
Well, I'm excited about that. Not only are we going to catch everybody up to speed on what's happened in the draft, preview what's ahead, but somebody's going to win that hat, and you got your hands on one. So you're going to have an opportunity to win the 2024 autographed draft hat. Just scan the QR code that you see on the screen, and that'll be for your chance to win. But it's already been a compelling night. There's some guys that we kind of thought might be off the board by now that have fallen. There might be possibilities for the Magic, but make sure you scan your code and have a chance to enter the drawing to win that hat. That thing is sharp, Kendra. I like that. I like it.
know.
So, now listen, she finds a way to get her hands on all the merch. You get it all, and you've already got a hat. That's awesome. Good for you.
I do. I was like, hey, I know someone in here has this hat. How do I get this? Because one, the fans need to see what it looks like up close and personal.
Right.
Two, I mean,
It's nice. It fits perfect and everything. Ready to go.
Right. But tonight you will see a Magic player being able to put this hat on. So you guys make sure you had scan that QR code. We'll probably show it up one more time and then enter so you can win an autographed version of this hat. So there it is right there. Make sure you guys scan it so that way you guys can win a hat.
Well, this is cool. And just so everybody knows, so I'm broadcasting from home, but Kendra, you are at the facility. And there's a lot of buzz. There's always excitement in the building, right? Just right up above you is where the draft headquarters is. And I know there's a lot of people coming out. We said, we know Jonathan Isaac is in the building, right? We chatted with him earlier. It's kind of neat. Kind of neat to see all the, I bet it's an electric atmosphere over there.
It's really cool. I love that they're having it at the practice facility where, the media, they're up in one spot too, getting ready and excited. There's a whole stage out there as well. It's really cool setup. I will say though, it's an eerie feeling in here. You just kind of, you walking around and you're kind of nervous. You're like, I told you earlier, it feels like you're like in school and your teacher's like waiting to tell you something. And you're just like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So,
I hear you.
great feeling all around in here. And I love that you guys are continuing to chat. Dope hat. Yes. Make sure you guys get this hat so you can win it. And like, what is this? Let's see what we do. But I'm thinking a wingman or a swingman. Okay.
Well,
And then
Kendra, how about this? What if we should we get everybody caught up and then remind everybody? So the Magic pick where, Kendra? Let everybody know.
we pick 18th. So since we are picking 18th, let's go back and look at some of our 18th picks in the past, not just ours, but notable number 18 picks. You see right there, 1989. Who's that, Dante?
Look at that. B.J. Armstrong spent a year with the Orlando Magic as well, won championships with the Chicago Bulls, right? B.J. now an agent, a powerful agent in the NBA. Theo Ratliff, a great shot blocker. And Kendra, our guy, Quentin Richardson, right? Drafted. That's a pretty good pick at 18. That guy should have been a top 5, by the way.
I'm telling you, we were joking earlier, it's not bad being cute because he gets Jordan sent to his house nonstop. So if you want to be an 18th pick, hey, this might be the move because who knows? You might be good with Jordan and then get him every single day.
When you're a Jordan Brand guy, you are a Jordan Brand guy for life. And he has probably 1,200 pairs of shoes, and you and I have been offered none. So I just want to throw that out.
None.
But he should keep both. No, he's awesome. He's the best. But and he knows the names of all 17 that were taken before him, which I love about that. Goga Baktaze and then Jaime Jaquez, who was the 18th pick last year in the draft. He would have been a top 3 or 4 rookie this year, obviously behind Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. So a terrific year for him as well.
Yeah, Jaime, for sure. Like if anything, if you're looking at anything and you're looking at this list, you're going to look at Jaime as well and realize that like if you do go 18 or if you do get a player that's 18, no matter what, it's about how they make a name for themselves because he for sure has made a name for himself in this league. And so has Goga too. So it's exciting to see this list out here though.
No, it is. There's some great names there. And the Magic, again, the draft is 2 nights. So the Magic pick 18th tonight, and then tomorrow night they'll come back and pick 47th. And I think they're about to announce the Oklahoma City Thunder pick. So I guess for those that don't know, Kendra, we've kind of been watching this offline, right, as the names have been coming in. I don't think
we are.
I don't think the first 2 picks were much of a surprise in the NBA draft, right? You had Zachary Rizache. We've been practicing that. Did we get it? Is that right?
You did get it right. You did get it right. And then Alex Sarr, and then there was another French guy too. But before we get to these picks, let's go ahead and take a look at last season. Let's look at last season.
Rebound for Jonathan Isaac. 3 on the clock. Time winding down. Franz Wagner from Brooklyn. He got it to go. A 45-footer. Oh my goodness! Minister of Defense closing it out at the end of the 3rd quarter. Shot clock is under 10. Franz Wagner drives on LeVert. Locks it up. Throws it down. To the rim. Chicago turnover. And add one more to the tally. Mo Wagner marching, hammers it. The big German hammer. It's a jackhammer. And a foul on Chicago. Have to get the ball in. Clock winding down. Paolo Banchero is going to back down Caruso. Paolo goes to work. The right-handed hook in the way is good. It drops through. Paolo Banchero, the big fella. Stolen by Franz Wagner. 3-on-1. Paolo. Bam!
This is a fun team to watch, aren't they?
Steal by Suggs. He's got Anthony Cole with the one-handed dunk. That brings the crowd to its feet. Wagner's going to take it right at the big fella. Dunk it through. That's how you attack the shot blocker. Go right through it. Backs it out. Down to 5. He'll go to work. Step back. Over Durant. Shot is up. Oh! Banchero drills it. And a foul. Chance for a 3-point play. Big time Banchero.
Oh my goodness.
All right, welcome back. We're having a little bit of a technical issues, but we'll figure this out. But we still can hear you, Dante, right?
You can still hear me, but you can't see me. I apologize for that, but hopefully we can get this thing figured out. But it's still good to be here. I promise I didn't turn it off. I've got the camera here, but we'll see if we can't figure it out.
Well, hey, this draft is presented by Wendy's, and Magic fans, this is a great opportunity to get to your local Orlando area Wendy's restaurant. And we are a proud partner of them, and they are a proud partner of the Orlando Magic all season. So to celebrate the excitement of the 2024 NBA draft with Wendy's, you can receive a free Wendy's breakfast croissant sandwich with a purchase on June 26th. And receive a free small Wendy's chili with a purchase on June 27th with offers in the Wendy's app. So the offer is only available at participating U.S. Wendy's for a limited time, and you can redeem that also in the Wendy's app. So that's exciting that we get to partner with Wendy's for this show, and I'm excited that you guys get to see this and have this opportunity. So, hey, head over tonight, get you a breakfast croissant, and I don't know, are you a chili fan, Dante?
I am a big chili fan. Yeah, no question about it. Especially during Kendra, when we travel, right during the season.
Yeah,
you can see if we go to some of these cold cities, that is the perfect time to be grabbing some chili. You're exactly right.
It sure is. So while Sacramento has the pick in right now, we're gonna actually throw to a package real quick of the Magic, and then we'll get back to you.
Clock is down to 12, and Anderson stole the ball. Hardaway picks it up. 2-on-1. Penny bounce pass to Grant. He dunks it. 6.2 seconds to go. Nick Anderson stole the ball. Nick Anderson stole the ball from Michael Jordan.
5, now down to 4. Turkoglu. Got it. Hedo Turkoglu delivers.
Head of the circle. Turkoglu out over the hip. Howard on the follow. 31 points for Howard.
Finals sweeping Detroit, sweeping Atlanta. And they're just rolling Dwight Howard with the spin move. Oh my goodness. 38 points.
Nick fakes 3. High drive. Dishes off. Dennis Scott for 2. Big shot. Rudolph no shot. The follow. And the dunk. And the Magic have the lead with a vicious two-handed hammer. BJ shoots it. Missed it. 9 seconds left. Penny got the rebound. No foul. Ahead to Shaquille. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
One more look. I don't know if there are words to describe this.
Second field goal of the game. 2 of 12. Brady.
12 in a row of firing. That's 38 for T-Mac.
Lewis for 3. Yes! That's how you're going to open up to free up someone else.
He steps back. And sets the play.
Hardaway now. Spin back.
And he hits. Folks, you're watching Picasso go to work.
Turkoglu gets it in.
Here's Lewis turning and he shoots. Yes! With 4 and 1/10 seconds.
5. Augustine for 3. He drills it. DJ Augustine. A dagger with 3.4 seconds left in regulation. Kapaya! My goodness.
All right, welcome back. And I'm so excited that we get to have the one and only Dan Savage join us today. Dan, what's going on?
What's up, Kendra?
How are you feeling about, the picks you've seen so far in the draft? And I also want to hear from you guys too, who are watching, who is involved. How are you guys feeling about the picks so far? So Dan, give us your, I love Dan the man. You have fans over here, Dan. Dan the man's in the building. So yeah, so far, again, the picks, and what are you thinking about them?
This draft, I think the one thing that people knew about it is that it could go in a number of different directions. A lot of drafts, go chalk, at least through the first 5. I think this one, it was kind of wide open. And then especially when you look at the prospects that are from 6 to 20, there's a wide array of guys that could be available to the Magic. And we're seeing right now, there's, some prospects there that people didn't expect to be there, and some other ones that went maybe a little bit earlier. When you look at a guy like Ron Holland, who goes 5th to the Pistons, there were a lot of people who projected a slide from him. But I think in a draft where, you might not have sure shot talent, we're seeing a guy who had high school pedigree go pretty early in the top 5. And I think that's an indicator of where people see this draft. It's a lot of good players who can contribute, maybe lacking some extremely high-end all-stars. So you see a team like the Pistons take a swing there.
So Dante and I were talking real quick. And Dante, are you back with us? You're back
I
with
am.
us.
Yep.
Dante and I were talking about just how much you're seeing like the Euro game come here. So like already out of the top 6, 3 guys from France. I mean, where do you see? I mean, Jeff Weltman talked a little bit about it too the other day, but like, how are we seeing that this is going to continue to dominate in this league?
Yeah, it's the skill factor. Guys over there, extremely skilled, know how to play within a framework of an offense. It's one of the problems with perhaps AAU culture currently is there's a lot of, focused on scoring and some, elements of accelerating your own game. Where over in Europe, if you become a professional at a young age, you better play within the framework or you're not going to get playing time. So it's a different mindset over there. And right now, I think it's preparing guys better from the NBA game. And, that's a bigger conversation that people have to have at all levels. I think they're having it, is how do we improve the AAU circuit, youth basketball, to get people to understand some more team concepts that can help people as they go to college and at the NBA level.
Dan, I know you poured through the podcasts, you poured through the highlight videos to try to familiarize yourself with these college guys, right? What's your preparation been so that you could be ready for any one of the 37 people we could take at 18?
Dante, picking this late, I forgot how challenging it is to prepare. You would think that picking at 18, maybe it would be easier. This particular year, with that wide array, it's a lot of guys. And, my biggest fear is that, the Magic come on 18 on the clock and they go in a different direction. And it's a guy I'm not overly familiar with. So
right.
That's the fear that makes me, pour through all these scouting reports, pour through all the YouTube videos. I'm motivated more by fear than anything else that I want to be a guy that gets picked. So hopefully, as we dial in the pick here at 18 coming up shortly, it's a guy that we, are familiar with, know well. I think they're going to get a talented player here and somebody who could contribute to the Magic for quite some time.
Danny Kendra, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, because I think we, as we get closer, it looks like Portland's pick is in, so we'll find out who they're going to take. They're the 14th pick. The Magic will pick at 18. But this question comes in from Taylor. Magic needs to continue to build the roster with long-term vision and sign talent that will progress simultaneously with Paolo and Franz. That's their. I think if we know anything about Jeff Weltman, we're not going to rush this thing, right? We're not going to rush this process. We're not going to move like core pieces and that sort of. I think we're in this for the long haul. So you don't know what it'll look like in free agency. You don't know what trades will look like. But I think you're going to find a guy here, if you keep this pick at 18, that's going to fit that timeline with Paolo and Franz.
No, without question, Dante. And, I think if you heard anything that Jeff said during his exit interview process, they're going to add people into the room even before they add players. The high character nature of this Orlando Magic team is going to be kept. And when you look at the guys that are the cornerstone of the culture of the Magic, you're talking about guys like Paolo, Franz, Jalen, guys that bring it every single night, help you on both ends of the floor. And I really think that's going to be a staple of guys they add in, whether it be in free agency or the draft, is guys who are built from the right stuff and believe in playing basketball on both ends.
Well, we're getting closer too. So now the Portland pick is in. You guys are ahead of me. So Kendra, you might even know who it is.
I know, I do. It's Bob. Oh my God,
it's Bob.
It's Bob.
See, we get excited, Dan, about the names, right?
We do.
Well, if you were around the Jay Will era, how could you not be excited about a guy named Bub? Because everybody was called Bubs by Jay Will.
Everybody was Bubs. So I see that, and I have a soft spot for Jason Williams for that.
I know. We've been talking about it before the draft started. We've been going over names, and we get excited over certain names, and we were like, oh, this name. And so Bub is special for us, even though he is going to Portland. We are excited about
Nobody is calling him Carlton, by the way.
No,
That is
probably not. Probably not.
No, I mean, if your name is,
Dan, let me get your thoughts on this. I don't know how much you can speculate or care to or even know, but there's names. You heard everything from Jared, right? Jared McCain from Duke, arguably the best shooter in the draft, 41% 3-point shooter. Tristan Da Silva, right? His Colorado teammate was off the board already, and Cody Williams. That's a name that you hear a lot. Now you look at a guy like Dalton Connect has kind of started to fall a little bit, right? So the Tennessee guy, could that be a possibility? Kaishan George, there's a lot of upside with him. Do you have any thoughts as we get closer, right, to see who might be available at 18?
Well, you like the weird connections. We were talking about Bub's name earlier and that connection. Joining me at OrlandoMagic.com, if anybody reads OrlandoMagic.com, it's either a story by me or Josh Cohen. And Josh Cohen, while I'm here at the training facility, taking in everything here, Josh Cohen's up in New York City, taking in the draft. And who did he run into this morning in a New York deli? But, Jared McCain. And they were both at the deli together. So that just seems like a fun fit of introductory press conferences talking about what did they both order. That's what I need to know at the deli in the morning. So that's an interesting connection that has nothing to do with basketball whatsoever.
Right. So you would draft based on deli preference.
Why not?
Okay. You know me. I'm from the New Jersey, New York area. I take delis very seriously in the morning, so that's a big plus for me. But no, I mean, obviously that kid could play. He could shoot. He's a little small for what you would think maybe a point guard or a shooting guard in a point guard's body type thing. I would think would be the concern with him. But outside of that, could score, could shoot. Had some very impressive college performances. So you have to like that. TikTok star as well, which, the social team would appreciate. And then, you mentioned another guy, Dante, and, Tristan Da Silva. Look, if the Knicks reported trades are true and you're adding guys from different colleges, why not pile guys from the same country? Add some German connection in there. We have a lot of Brazilian fans. He ties to both, being German and Brazilian. So, that. But he's also very versatile. One of the probably best cutters in this draft. Has a number of different finesse pieces to his game that you have to like. Another good player.
What I like, Dan, is he's a 40% 3-point shooter. That's what I like. And
that doesn't hurt, right?
I like that Jared McCain shot 41% from three. I like the high 3-point percentages.
Well, I love everything that we're talking about right now. But first, Dan, thank you. Don't go anywhere. We're going to keep you around, but we're going to throw to another Magic story. And then we have another guest joining us right before we get to these last picks.
You're good.
We're just, so let's look at this next one.
We're excited, I think as a team, we saw what we did this year and, it did nothing but motivate us really. I think everybody just motivated to come back even better, players, coaches, everybody. And I think, the league is now kind of on notice of what we can do. And so I think now we got to take it to another level, so.
Excited about the future, about next year. Like I said, I think we have a great group. We really enjoy each other, and I think chemistry is, not easy to find in this league, especially. And hopefully we can, continue to build and, take the next step next year.
This is just the beginning. This is a first for everyone. Well, most of us here, being in the playoffs. So that's what to expect. A playoff team every year, and of course we're going to go further next year for sure.
We didn't take. I still don't think we took any game for granted this year, not intentionally at least. But next year we definitely won't take any game for granted. We got to get every win we can because home court is important. You can see that with our series we just had.
All right, I told you I was gonna bring in another guest. I'm like a magician. I just have people just waiting and ready to talk to us. And we have Bo here in the building. Bo, you're going to be with us for these next couple of picks. So I'm excited. What are you looking forward to this draft so far? What's been going on?
Nah, I'm just anxious to see what's going on. Just like everybody else, like you hear the discussion on who teams are going to pick, and then when they actually pick them, it's like, okay, they've been talking about this and talking about that. It's just seeing these young guys work and dreams come true.
Yeah.
Bo, you should have been drafted in 1993. We all know that, right? You should have been part of that draft. You weren't. 30 NBA teams messed up, right? Or at that time, 26, whatever it was, right? What do you remember about draft night? I know ultimately you made it, obviously, and had a fantastic career for 16 years. But what do you remember about draft night going into it?
Golly, I think I just literally talked to somebody about this today in the gym. What do you remember? It's kind of like everyone that's getting drafted. They're going to remember the draft. What do I remember? Not getting drafted. So that is your thing. And you say, why did I not get drafted? You're always thinking this, thinking that. So when you're the player in your conference and this and that, you get awards and accolades. And then the guy behind you gets drafted, you start second guessing yourself. So I think that was the biggest thing. And I think I kept a level head. I'm like, okay, it didn't work out. I'll be okay. And I tried to keep myself positive, and it worked out. So that was the best.
Well, not only did it work out, you're underselling yourself, guys. Because Bo's my guy. You're my guy, Bo. So I want everybody to know, everybody that passed on Bo in that I got where Bo ranks in the 1993 draft class. Okay, so everybody passed on Bo. Bo was third in games played of everyone that came out in that draft. He was 12th in assists. He was second in field goal percentage of everyone in that entire draft, behind only George Mirasan. And that guy didn't take a shot outside of 6 inches, right? And he was 5th in rebounding and 17th in scoring. Bo Outlaw. So you should have been drafted. That's why, right? Congratulations. But you were able to use that as motivation. Do you have a thought, Bo, on who you'd like to see the Magic take? You're a big college guy. I know you know all these guys.
Yeah, I know a lot of these guys. It's gonna be tough because you got a lot of guys that you say, "Oh, he fits there." I'm thinking if you're gonna get a young guy, you want a guy who can shoot the ball well and score, and of course, where our identity is defense. So you're gonna have to be, as they say, a 3-and-D guy. You got to do a little bit of everything. You got to be well versed. But if you can shoot the ball and score, you have a chance because we need a guy who can shoot it and defend at the same time. So I'm saying, who y'all like right now?
Well, first, I want to say that the pick is in for Miami. 15th, it's Khalil Ware.
Yeah, I know.
So Miami you can see he is emotional right now.
That's great.
I love that.
That's a great pick for that team. They don't have a big, right? They play Bam at center. Don't you think that guy has a chance to be a great fit in Indiana?
What he's going to learn how to be is tough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's lacking, his toughness. He plays the game. He's very skilled. He can dribble the ball. He plays from the perimeter in, but he protects the rim. So that is going to be a great pick for them. So they need a rim protector, and that's what he is. And he's a big who can get up and down the court. Like I say, I do know most of these guys, and he's one of the guys I've seen that played very well this year.
I don't see how the Lakers pass on Dalton Connect, but if they do, I think that would be my guy, Bo. I just feel like you talk about a freak athlete, size, can shoot the 40% three-point shooter.
So I didn't want to say nothing because I was trying to keep it like it's kind of like shooting free throws. He hasn't missed a free throw all day, then they miss. So if you talk about him not get
that's right.
Maybe we don't say nothing. We get him.
Tristan De Silva is very interesting. Keyshawn George. I mean, there's multiple. Jared McCain. I mean, that's an unbelievable. If he fell to 18, you got some great options, though.
But they got a lot of options. But Connect is probably will be option 1. But listen, this is gonna be like you say, at 18, you're pretty much saying who falls in our lap. Because we got A, B, C, and D. You got options. So now you say, if this one's here, we're gonna take him. If he's here, we'll take him. And that's how it's going for the 18th pick right now.
Do you guys feel that maybe at 18 you get a guy that's maybe more NBA ready, as opposed to a top 5, 6 pick that is probably more of a project?
That's a good question.
I only think that that's the way that they would look at it, just because of what Weltman said the other day about his time in Toronto and how he had a playoff winning team and he had guys on the bench who were learning how to have winning mentalities.
Right.
And he wants guys now to have that winning mentality instead of that rebuild mentality. So I would lean towards that, just because, yes, they do pride themselves on the development, but I think now you're looking at it as the development of a winning mindset, not a development of a rebuild and trying of a project, as what you were just mentioning. So I could see you leaning towards that way.
Oof.
All I know is it's going to be a challenge for whatever player they draft to crack this magic rotation. Because when you
That's true too.
When you look at the guys that they have on this roster, and which is not rounded out yet with free agency, we'll see where that takes them. We just saw last year with a lottery pick, Jet Howard at 11, play so much of the year in Osceola. So it's going to be a challenge, and boy, they better be NBA ready if they want to log some minutes with Orlando next season.
So y'all saying NBA ready? So you saying a 4-year guy in college?
Well, that's a great question. That's a great point. But I think you're going to get. Yeah. I mean, all of these guys are still going to be.
I know they are.
Nick Anderson has a guy on there that he's probably pushing for. Terrence Shannon, that was a 4-year guy at Illinois.
Which I will say, we will hear from Nick in a moment too. And I want to say, Bo, first off,
they call that a tease.
They call it like that. Bo, first off, thank you for joining us. The comments have been insane. Everyone have been like, they love you. They can't wait to see. They loved watching you growing up. This guy Taylor has literally been on it. He was just like, when I was small child at TD Waterhouse watching Bo Outlaw hoop, heart and hustle forever. So the fans love you on here. Bo, thank you for joining us at our draft watch party. We're gonna throw
Taylor might be in your car when you leave the train. Right? Just say hi. Just say hi on the way home. Bo, always good to see you, buddy. See you guys.
We'll see you. Let's toss it to this next story.
All right.
Clock is down to 12, and Anderson stole the ball. Hardaway picks it up. 2-on-1. Penny bounce pass to Grant. He does it. 6.2 seconds to go. Nick Anderson stole the ball. Nick Anderson stole the ball from Michael Jordan.
5, now down to 4. Turkoglu. Got it. Hedo Turkoglu delivers.
Head of the circle, Turkoglu not able to hit. Howard goes. Howard on the follow. 31 points for Howard.
Sweeping Detroit, sweeping Atlanta. And they're just rolling Dwight Howard with the spin move. Oh my goodness. 38 points.
Nick fakes 3, high drive, dishes off. Dennis Scott for 2, big shot. Rudolph, no shot. The follow and the dunk, and the Magic have the lead with a vicious two-handed hammer. BJ shoots it, missed it. 9 seconds left. Penny got the rebound. No foul. Ahead to Shaquille. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
One more look. I don't know if there are words to describe this.
Second field goal of the game. 2 of 12. Brady.
12 in a row of firing. That's 38 for T-Mac.
Lewis for 3. Yes! That's how you're going to open up to free up someone else.
He steps back. And serves to Payne.
Hardaway now. Spin by Leonard. Hands and it hits.
Folks, you're watching Picasso go to work.
Turkoglu gets it in. Here's Lewis turning and he shoots. Yes! With 4 and 1/10 seconds. Oh!
5. Augustine for 3. He drills it. DJ Augustine. A dagger with 3.4 seconds left in regulation. Kabaya! My goodness.
Oh, just when you thought we didn't have any more people, but we still have you in here. You can show us you, but Bo left us. Bo
He just wanted to make sure Nick was there.
He wanted
What's
to,
happening, Nick? He wanted to see you. He wanted to see you.
Nick Anderson, everybody. I mean, hey, Nick.
What's going on, Eddie?
Hey, I'm here.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. The 11th overall pick in 1989, my friend. 1989. What goes through your mind when you think about draft night for you, big fella?
Hey man, that's you asking a whole lot for me to think back that far.
I don't remember what I did this morning. I don't know.
No, but that was all the crossing this stage tonight. Audience, all the in the playground, in the gym, and all the coaching and all those, the moms, the dads taking you to practice. I'm happy for all those guys that dream has come true. I know how they feel tonight.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. And I know you didn't know a ton about Orlando when you came here, but you certainly found out about City Beautiful pretty quick. And what I know about Nick, and Kendra, you know this in your first year here, right? Is you're making a face. What happened?
The 76ers have picked Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
From Duke.
Yeah. That's a great pick. That's a great pick, Nick, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great pick. But I want to get your thoughts on that. But you got so many people that are making comments in here. Number 25 is the reason why I became a Magic fan. You still feel the love here in Central Florida, don't you?
Well, being a Chicago kid, but now this is my home, and from day one since I've been here, it's been nothing but love for me and my family. I still feel it from day one. I still feel it today. So I appreciate the love that these fans out here still give me.
That's awesome.
Aww.
That's great. Well deserved. And Jared McCain, the 16th pick to Philadelphia. That's a great pickup for them.
I think he's solid. Right? I think he's a great point guard. He knows how to run an offense, get the guys in their positions, and that's what you want from your point guard, to know his personnel when he's in the lineup. He knows who can do what, where you like the ball at your sweet spots. He's that type of point guard.
So then, Nick, when you look at this past season, everything the Magic accomplished going into this draft, what do you think are like some of the needs that the Magic need to look out for, as we are just maybe two, like a picks away?
Right.
I definitely think you can use some outside shooting, and I heard you guys talk about a guy in Connect. I think I'm gonna go back in my draft a little bit.
Okay.
He reminds me of a guy by the name of Rex Chapman.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Athletic, can score the ball inside, outside. I really like him. I watched him this year. He has a motor. He lets you know that I can play too. So I like it.
That's a great comparison. That's a great comparison.
Where we go, I don't know, but I've been watching him all year. I think, I was hoping there when the Miami Heat was on the board there, I said, don't take him. Don't take him. He's a kind of player. I want him to fall a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, and now the Lakers are on the board at 17, and, they've kind of got Austin Reeves at that position. So you don't know where they're going to go. JJ
Ronnie James.
Ronnie James. Why not? They should. This is your chance. Take Ronnie James.
I mean,
could you
imagine?
Yeah, there's a lot of talent out there. So I think whatever choice they make is going to be a young guy that you're going to have to develop, and you just don't want to throw a lot of these guys to the fire. But it's a lot of talent out there, a lot of choices to pick.
Do you think does it matter? We think about 3-point shooting, right? This team has struggled with 3 points. You can address that in trade. You can address that in free agency. It doesn't have to be tonight. Is the key would be at 18 to take the player that you think would be the best fit, right, for you long term?
Yes, no question about it. What fit defensive schemes, and I think that's what we would do at the 18th pick. Again, there's multiple guys that can slide right in there and fill the void that you think is needed. So,
well, guys, this is crushing. Shams Charania reporting
No,
Los Angeles
no.
Lakers will be taking Dalton Connect at 17,
Wow.
which they should. I mean, you think about LA, Showtime. Well, I mean, that guy fits in perfect, I think.
Yeah, he's an outstanding player. Like I said, I had my eye on him all year. I love his game. Athletic, plays with a little chip on his shoulder. That's my type of guy, and I think LA, if that's what they're reporting is true, they're going to get a good player.
Wow, and this is JJ's first pick. Like, this is his first kind of moment. You see, like, if you're watching the draft now, you're seeing him in there as the new head coach of the Lakers. He is like, this is his moment.
Yeah, it's funny being around JJ for so many years, and then I played against Rob Pelinka.
Oh yes, that's right. You sure did.
No, not when he was getting good.
No.
Did we lose Nick?
We might. Yeah, Nick's reception's kind of cutting out.
He was telling us a really good story too.
And you know what's interesting? If we can get him back, I want to get his thoughts, because a lot was made of JJ Redick saying, a lot was made about him saying he doesn't care what people think. Nick, you can vouch. JJ does not care what people think about him. That is for sure. That is for sure.
He's one of those guys. He hears it, but he don't hears it, and
right.
Goes about his business. My mom always said, when people's talking about you, got to take a look at it and see who's talking about you.
Yeah. You got to be aware of it, but you
got to be aware of it. But he listened to it, but he don't.
But conversely, he doesn't hear the praise. You can heap praise, and that doesn't affect him either. I mean, he just does his thing. So we're waiting for it looks like the Lakers pick is in. Again, it's being reported that it's Dalton Connect to the Los Angeles Lakers. We don't know that. Shams hasn't been wrong yet.
They just announced it just now. Adams.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker, I think, because I think that guy would have been a lot of fun to watch here.
Yeah.
Dalton's literally walking up as we speak.
So that's a great pickup for them, though. You think about Anthony Davis, right? You think about LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and now you're plugging in that guy. I mean, that's a 41% three-point shooter in college, and just a freak athlete.
Yes, he is. I don't think they give him a lot of credit about how athletic he is.
Right.
Definitely can score the ball. He's a guy that can hit wide open shots. He's a guy that can come off screens. You can utilize him in a pick and roll, pick and pop. He's that type of guy. He has a scores mentality.
He sure does. Well, now we can pay him back, and we can draft Bronny, and then we can do a swap. We can do that. Oh man, well that's good. Hey, so now you look at the Magic right now, guys. Right? What do you think?
Right?
We've been throwing some names out there, Nick.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I want the fans who are watching right now. Now that you guys have seen everything, throw some names out. Who are some people that you hope that the Magic will draft? As we are almost in a couple seconds, will be officially on the clock.
Well, I can honestly say that this is a draft that I didn't know as much as previous drafts about the players. You got a lot of, you see G League Ignite players.
Right.
Plays overseas. I pretty much watched the kid from Colorado. I watched him a few times and on down.
Well, tell us about him, because I got a strong feeling it's going to be Tristan da Silva. I feel like that's a guy that fits. He's got size. He's got length. He can shoot it. He's arguably the best three-point shooter in the draft. Colorado ties, right, with head coach Jamal Mosey. What do you know about him?
Well, like you mentioned, some good things about him. He can shoot the ball, ready to play. And what I like about him, he plays with an attitude. I like guys with attitude. I'm better than you attitude.
Yep. I like that. Okay, well, that's good to hear.
I'm better than you. I don't care if you got drafted number 1. I'm better than you. I like those guys that play with that mentality, play with a chip on the shoulder. I'm not worried about the name on the front or the name on the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
getting
it could
so
be
nervous.
that. I mean, there's some other name.
I'm nervous. I don't even know why. I'm not even there. I mean, like I'm downstairs, but I'm just so nervous. I'm waiting for like the doors to bust open and us hear something. I don't know. I'm nervous.
It's like Michael Scott in The Office. It's happening. It's happening.
Yes,
When he's
it's happening.
running around the office. Well, there's some great names there. Tristan da Silva would be a great fit. That side again, a hometown in Germany, right? He's got Brazilian ties as well, which would be huge for the fan base. A familiarity with Jamal Mosley in Colorado. You look at Keyshawn George, right? That's a guy that can shoot the ball. Your guy from Illinois, Shannon, he's got to. I don't know that he'll go this early, but he's going to be an NBA player too, Nick.
Well, yeah, I'm no question about it. He can score the ball, plays with an attitude, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to always praise those fighting Illini guys.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It's a must, but I think this young man has a very unique basketball game. Herky jerky. He can get out, lead a break, good finisher. 1-2, kind of guy. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Shams Charania.
No.
Do you want to wait, or do you want to tell everybody who he's saying?
I want to wait. I want to wait.
Okay.
And I got to let these young guys know if they need a draft suit, I still have mine.
Okay,
I don't know about
here we are. It's funny because it's like I'm literally sitting underneath, and if people know Dewberry
to steal Nick's line,
Stu doesn't want me to probably even call him out that he's on there.
Like a wetsuit.
I have to take it. All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Okay, the pick is in for the Orlando Magic, and the 18th pick is from the University of Colorado, Tristan da Silva.
There you go.
Okay, so here we go. We're talking about 40% three-point shooter, 39.5%, 49% from the floor. Okay, he's an 84% free throw shooter, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists for Tristan da Silva, not to mention 6'8". He's got German ties. He's got Brazilian ties. I mean, that seems like a win all the way around. And this is what we were talking about, right? So now at 18, you get a guy that's a 4-year guy. Mm-hmm. This could be a play now guy, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Like you,
as Bo mentioned earlier,
right.
a guy that's 4 years. He's been through the trenches a little bit. Yeah, he knows what to do, knows what to expect. So he's a guy that you can put out there and give him some minutes.
I love it. He's older. He just turned 23, right? So he's got a little age. He's got a little experience. I think he's got some toughness. I think. Listen, if I'm Tristan da Silva and I'm looking at the guys that are in front of me, it's going to be very hard to keep me off the floor. I think if I'm a guy like that, right? That needs to be the mentality.
He's what we call right now. He's the seasoned veteran of the college.
Okay.
He's been around. He knows what to expect. He knows what he's getting into.
Well, I like it. I think it's a great pick. It's a I've been reading. You read all the rumors, and there were a lot of draft reports that had him going to the Magic at 18. Very seldom do you get the 18th pick correct.
Right.
When people guess who it could be, but a lot of people had this, and that's a great pick. That's a great.
Well, like I said, I watched him a few times this year. I know what he can do. And I'm happy now that he's part of this Orlando Magic family.
You like this, Nick? So Lucas Gomez says, I thought we only pick players from Michigan. That's pretty good.
Right. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's pretty good. As a Big Ten guy, I know that's got to kill you every time you hear that name.
I know. This is exciting. And he's wearing the hat. Look. The hat that, don't forget, guys, if that QR code, we'll probably get it back up if we can get that QR code back up. You can win an autographed hat like this. Just scan that QR code right there so then you can get yourself an autographed hat. Wow. And there it is, Tristan da Silva. he is an Orlando Magic.
There it is.
Exciting. There it is. So yeah.
So Nick, what is the next 48 hours like for this guy?
Well, it's a sigh of relief, a big sigh of relief. Little bit stress off your shoulders, the tension and everything. You can kind of relax and you can sit back and say, I made it.
Yeah.
Those are the things that's going through a lot of these young men. It's like, I made it. I'm here. I have arrived. But the work doesn't stop there.
Correct.
So now you're getting ready. All these young men are getting ready for the summer league. Get ready to go out there and work hard. That's the beginning of a long, healthy career.
Yeah. Well, Nick, thank you so much for joining us for this moment. We're so excited to see you. Can't wait to see you till when the season starts. And hey, Tristan De Silva, there he is. He's our guy. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And Dante, you letting it grow out there, my man.
I gotta let it grow out. I'm gonna let it come back. I thinned it out a little bit, but I don't know. Yours looks good. Mine had a lot of white in it. So always good to see you, 2-5.
All
always
right.
good to see you.
Y'all take it easy. Have a good evening.
All right.
Got it. You too. You too. Nikki Anderson.
Wow. Okay.
First
I
ever
feel like
draft
we
pick.
can
Kendra.
breathe.
First ever draft pick. So there you go. All the speculation. We had a handful of names when we started this whole thing, and it ended up being what we threw a bunch of darts against the wall. We ended up getting one of them.
Yes,
Tristan
it's funny
DeSilva,
too,
feels like Magic. He'll be in town. There'll be another night of the draft tomorrow. The Magic pick again at 47. You don't know if they'll keep that pick or not, or if they'll move it. But potentially, these two guys will be here in town on Friday, and it'll be our first chance, right? You and I will have a chance to sit down and meet the new draft picks, and that's always exciting because so much is thrown at them so fast, and you get an opportunity to meet them right. Day 2 of being an NBA player. Pretty cool.
And they're probably going to be super overwhelmed, and they're probably going to be like, what is going on? But it'll be exciting for them. And this is going to be a great time. But don't forget, yes, the second round of the draft will be actually tomorrow. We won't be doing this tomorrow, but we will still be keeping you guys informed through all the Magic platforms, all social media. But this was exciting. I think we're going to continue to watch, but our job is done.
Our job is done, Kendra. Well done. Well done. And I think, there's a lot of questions about, will Tristan play? Will there be playing time? Will he have a chance to make the team? He obviously will make the team, but how many minutes will he get? Listen, that's the beauty of this. And I think what Coach Mosley has said and what any coach who coaches in the NBA wants is competition at every position, right? So will he carve out minutes right away? Maybe not. Anthony Black made it hard for Coach Mosley to take him off the floor because he played so hard, played so well. That's all you can ask for these young guys. So when your number is called, what are you going to do? And I think, we would imagine more minutes for Anthony and for Jet this year. So it might be hard for him to get minutes initially, or maybe he has a great training camp, right? Maybe he hits the ground running and maybe right away, he's part of that 8-9 man rotation. So a lot to be figured out, but a great pick. And we're excited for tomorrow night, who we're going to pick at 47 and to meet him on Friday.
Yeah, definely. And thank you
guys.
Have
you been hosting stuff? You haven't skipped a beat. Have you been hosting other shows?
I've done this. I dabble in a few Magic shows here and there.
Yes.
Every once in a while. But no,
yes,
this
you
was
do.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us to our draft watch party presented by Wendy's. Make sure you guys get all your promotional stuff tonight and tomorrow. Don't forget the chili. Get the chili tomorrow. There it is right there. You see that. And then we will pick a hat winner later on. But thank you again for watching. Magic fans, we got our pick. Have a great night. And we will see you when the season starts.
Let's go. It'll be here before you know it, right?
I know.
We got signed for
Bye, guys.
training camp. Great job, Kendra. Thanks, everybody.